Hey everybody, it's Bear. It's Monday, June 2nd, 2025, and it's a tough time. And I know I've made videos before about going through tough times. I think back immediately to the one right before I shipped out to basic training in 2019 when I was sat down by my recruiter and told, hey, your one waiver isn't approved yet because the person in charge of approving it wants to wait and see about this trans ban because that's when um, the administration was looking to re-implement the ban in 2019, which they then did in April of that year, and I was already in basic training. But I remember sitting down and doing that video and being like, man, it's a hard day. But I was like full of hope, right? I was like, no, I'm going to push through this and I'm going to achieve this goal because I'm a goal oriented person and this is important to me and this is going to change my life. And here I am, 6 years and like 4 months later, and I did achieve that goal, and I did have a significant life change. The military changed my life for the better, and it wasn't always easy. I've definitely had my ups and downs. I've had successes. I've had struggles. But it changed my life for the better. I'm incredibly grateful for my service and my opportunity to serve my country and my fellow Americans who don't always support the fact that that's something that I was passionate about, and that's fine. You have the right to your opinion. I'm glad that I was able to at least join the ranks and get the experience and get the financial stability that I now experience and get into school. I finished my associate's degree last year and I started on my bachelor's, and that's something that I've talked a lot about. I didn't necessarily enlist just for school and benefits and stuff, but I was never able to go to school before I joined the military because I did not have the money and I did not have the time. So even going to a community college and going for those general education credits, I was working like sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, working back to back to back, and pursuing things that I was passionate about. So I've trained in various styles of martial arts since 2003 when I decided to like clean up my life and quit smoking and quit drinking like 2 liters of Coca-Cola every day and drop a significant amount of weight and really, focus on bettering my discipline and stuff. So juggling all those things made it really impossible to get to, well, maybe not impossible, but it was something I wasn't ready to focus on. And the military gave me, at least one of those factors, which was the tuition assistance. And it did take 4 years to finish my associates because I took one class at a time, and I just kind of kept inching towards that goal. And I got my associates last year, so I'm incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for the experience. I'm incredibly grateful for being able to work with troops. I put on the rank of Staff Sergeant March 1st of 2024, and that was almost exactly the 5-year anniversary of me shipping to basic training, which was March 5th of 2019. And that was a pretty fortuitous timing, I think. It really made me sit back and think about gratitude, being grateful for getting to that point. And so right now I'm having a tough day. We have a couple days left before the deadline to voluntarily separate for active duty service members. And I have said since the beginning that I'm not going to voluntarily give up something that I fought this hard for. And I don't disparage anybody that is volunteering. I'm just not ready to lay down my uniform voluntarily. I fought to put it on. It's something I was passionate about. It's something that's meant a lot to me. It's something that's changed my life, and I'm not volunteering to do it. But that deadline is in a couple of days, and the closer we get to that deadline, the more my sense of just impending doom has increased. And that probably sounds really dramatic, but it's really true. Like, I do not have a firm plan. I have ideas of a plan, and I don't know what the process is going to look like when we go the involuntary route. I don't know. I know what the policy says, but I don't know what it's actually going to look like, you know? And I don't, I don't think anybody that I've talked to has a really good idea. We all have kind of like theories. But wow, it's real. As of Friday, that deadline is up, and next Monday we will go into that sort of uncharted territory, and I do not know what it's going to look like, and I cannot plan for my future yet because I don't know what that's going to look like. And even the people that are volunteering to separate don't know what that's going to look like. People are getting general ideas of dates and timelines and stuff, but nobody really knows. So I know I'm not alone in that boat of like wondering, and trying to plan. People are going on job interviews and stuff, and it's like, when are you available? Well, I don't know, because I don't know when I'm actually leaving my current job, or starting school and stuff like that. So yeah, big gray area, and the unknown is really scary for me. I'm not one of those people that's just like, all right, let me just go, and I do a lot of research before I make decisions, and this is just something that's just unknown. And it's painful. It's painful because it's not planned, it's not desired. I had planned on doing this job until I was ready to retire, or switching goals to another career path, or switching to full-time school, and then whatever. I had some ideas for a long-term career path, but I'm not even close to that yet. So I was like, okay, I just stay the course and keep doing my job and keep working, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to let this go and to move on to the next thing. And I'm not okay. I don't know what the dog's got in his mouth, or if you can hear that, but that's the dog chewing on something. I'm not okay. This is something that I worked really hard for, and it's just being taken away for no fault of my own. I didn't do anything punitive to lose my job. It's just being taken away based on who I am, a personality trait, if you will, and something that has been researched and was deemed, qualified. And it's really painful. It's really painful to lose something in this way, and I'm not okay. And I'm not trying to hide the fact that I'm not okay, and I'm talking to the right people and all that, but it's really a gut punch. And this week, it's hard. So that's my update. I don't know what this channel is going to look like moving forward. I've done a lot of evolution in this channel. I documented my transition. I talked about, some of the conversion to Judaism stuff, and then I really switched gears into, like, I am trying to join the military as a trans person, and then shifted to, I made it into the military as a trans person, and here's, how I can mentor people once that policy changed in 2020. Like I said, this thing has gone up and down, back and forth. It's like being on a seesaw. I do hope that it will change again for people who were still waiting and trying. I do have hope for you, and I will be here for you every step of the way. I'm not going anywhere as far as mentorship and following these policies. I'm going to stay tuned, and I'm gonna help you as much as I can. If this is something that you want, I'll still be here. And yeah, I guess it's just we're gonna wait and see. So thanks for listening. Thanks for coming back all the time. Thanks for the people that have watched the channel for years. Welcome if you're new. Sorry, it's kind of a bummer of a video, but that's reality. It's not always good news, and the best thing we can do is control our reaction to it. Right? We can't always control the circumstance, but we can control our reaction to it. And I have tried really hard to um, stay out of panic mode, stay out of depression. That's not easy. That's like a natural thing. In the process of acceptance, we're gonna get depressed. We're gonna get angry. But I've tried really hard to stay out of that like knee jerk kind of area of just being angry at everything. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.